And we have our numbers for tonight. The winning Winterio Extra numbers are 20, 10, 29, 41, and 16. If you can match any two numbers drawn with two numbers on your Winterio Extra ticket, you've just won $4. Match three numbers and you've won $10. If you can match any four numbers drawn, you win $200. Match five numbers and you've just won $200,000. Congratulations to the many thousands of you who have just become Winterio Extra winners. Now tonight we're highlighting the town of Oshawa. And as Kevin reminded us last week, its beginnings were quite undistinguished. A trading post, a tavern, a sawmill. The first post office opened in 1842. In 1850, with a population of 1,100, Oshawa received official village status. Well, today, 127,000 people call it home. Looking back, it's easy to pinpoint the event that was to turn this little village around. In 1871, a family living in Enniskillen moved there. Now, they were carriage makers. When their buildings burned down in 1899, the town of Oshawa gave them a $50,000 interest-free loan to ensure that they'd stay. And they did. Kevin Lund has the story.
Robert Samuel, better known as Sam McLaughlin, was born in Enniskillen, Ontario in 1871. By 1877, Sam was 6 years old, and his father moved the family carriage business to Oshawa, from carriages to cars. By 1907, the 36-year-old Sam McLaughlin had designed the McLaughlin Buick. By 1918, the McLaughlin Motor Car Company had become General Motors of Canada, with Sam as the president. This is his home. He called it Parkwood, and in many ways, this home is a reflection of the man himself.
There are no wasted areas of space. When I take people through the home, it's very obvious that he had definite ideas of what each room was to be used for, and the house was designed that way. It was designed by the same architect that designed the Houses of Parliament in Ottawa, so I guess he went for the best and knew what he was doing.
My first recollection of Parkwood was really my sister and I being seated at a very low, very small table, somewhat to the side in the dining room, where I think our heads were just about level with the top of the main table, and I don't know how the butler reached down to give us whatever we got. Eventually we graduated to the main table, but that really is my first memory of time at Parkwood.
The house was used, of course, for a great deal of entertaining, but you also used it for recreation. You have the back end of the home, there's a complete bowling alley and a swimming pool and a squash court. So this gentleman made full use of his property.
I think my grandfather was a great family man. He obviously was fond of children, and he was always interested in whatever we thought was momentous to us. I'm sure it was not that momentous to him, but you would never know it from his response and he was a bit of a tease, and he was affectionate, and he'd give you a big hug, and I think everybody realized that and enjoyed it very much.
All through the house, you will see items of sports memorabilia, trophies he won. You go into the back hall, there are the jockey's colors, his horses. And he himself, he was an avid hunter. I would think every aspect of sport was covered by Mr. McLaughlin. He just thoroughly enjoyed sport and life in general.
Christmas at Parkwood was really a great event. The house was filled with flowers. As you know, there are a number of greenhouses here, and my grandfather didn't dress as Santa Claus, but he obviously enjoyed the role, and the children were here, and we were here at night for Christmas dinner, and one of my problems, a little bit older, was trying to find a present for my grandfather. What do you give a man who has everything? Eventually, I ended up with a tie, which I'm sure he probably didn't care for very much, but he was kind enough to wear it dutifully when I appeared. He had a sense of humor, which I think is essential for everybody, and he was awfully fond of his daughters and the grandchildren, of which there are now 12 grandchildren. He was kind, and he had a great love of his family because his own family was fairly large, and in the early days, the sense of family, I think, is perhaps a little bit stronger than it is now.
Parkwood was left to the hospital in 1972 on Mr. McLaughlin's death. Mr. McLaughlin was perhaps the central figure and the most important figure of the city of Oshawa for a good many years, and contributed to our economy. He was a very high-profile man. Whatever events took place, he tried to attend. He was also a great philanthropist, as everyone knows, and he just was Mr. Oshawa.
Sam McLaughlin gave money to a host of worthy charities, and Parkwood reflects his wealth. But it also reflects the spirit of a generous man who kept time for his family and friends.
Boy, what a spectacular home. Great story, Kevin. Now that you at home have had a chance to check your Winterio extra numbers, let's quickly recap the winning provincial number that was drawn on Friday.
Here is the winning number for this week's provincial. If you have all 7 of these digits in this exact order, you've won $1 million. If you have the last 6 digits, you've won $10,000. The last 5 digits, $1,000. Last 4, $100. Last 3, $25. Last 2 digits, you won $10. Check the back of your ticket for how to claim your tax-free prize.
And there is a brand new provincial game starting January 11th. Stay tuned for Lottery Update for more details. Right now on Ontario Lottery Live, we have our Lotterio draw. Now, each week, a random chance draw selects 6 regular numbers and the bonus number. You win by matching all 6 numbers, any 5 and the bonus number, or 5, 4, or 3 numbers. There's also the $50,000 early bird prize pool. That's available only for those who played Lotterio Sunday through Thursday. Tonight's estimated Lotterio jackpot is over $131,000. Let's take a look at our machine. As you can see, the automatic loader contains 39 balls numbered from 1 to 39. Let's get the machine rolling. And we've just loaded the balls into the drum. We're giving them a thorough mix. Fanny LeMageray from Montreal Trust assures us that all the balls are in the drum and everything looks set to go. So Fanny, would you press the button, please, and we'll get this draw underway. In just a few seconds, we'll see if you have a winning Lotterio ticket tonight. The first 6 balls to drop determine the regular winning numbers, followed by the bonus number on the 7th ball. 7 balls are in the process of dropping. Very soon now, we're going to have those winning numbers. Make sure that your ticket is dated December 15th, 1990 to be eligible for this draw. And with the jackpot estimated at more than $131,000, the first number down is the number 8. Then we have a 14, 10, 11, 31, and 12. And our bonus number tonight is the number 16. And there they are, 6 regular numbers for Saturday, December 15th, and tonight's bonus number. And now let's recap those regular jackpot numbers in numerical order. First up, we have the number 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, and 31. And our bonus number is the number 16. And Jock, would you reload those balls, please, while I explain how people win prizes. Now, if your ticket has all 6 regular numbers in any order, you are a jackpot winner. If you've got 5 numbers and the bonus number, or 5, 4, or 3 of the regular numbers in any order, you're a Lotterio winner, too. I hope we have lots of happy winners watching tonight. Okay, let's start the machine again because it's time for our early bird draw. And everything looks ready to go. Once again, Fanny, if you would push the button, we'll draw 4 numbers to determine this week's lucky winners. Players, take note, you must have purchased your ticket from Sunday to Thursday to be eligible for this draw and to share in the $50,000 prize pool. And here are the early bird players' winning numbers for tonight. First up, we have the number 23, then an 18, 33, and 14. And now let's recap those early bird numbers in numerical order. The first number is a 14, then 18, 23, and 33. If you've chosen all 4 of these numbers and you have an early bird ticket, you have just won. Still to come, the Pick 3 draw, Lotto 649, Encore, and Clean Sweep winning numbers. But first, here's a lottery update. Clean Sweep proved to be a winner for Arthur and Judy Bourguignon of Ottawa. They netted over $15,000 in a Clean Sweep draw. And congratulations to Pasquale Salerno of Toronto. He played Lotterio and won the jackpot of over $383,000. This week's trivia question is, in total, how much money has the Ontario Lottery Corporation generated for the province of Ontario? Did you know the provincial game is changing? Starting January 11th, provincial will feature 22 numbers drawn each week for prizes totaling over $6 million. You could also win up to $5,000 on a new instant portion. Each provincial ticket will be valid for 4 consecutive weeks. Check with your retailer for more details, and remember to watch TVO Fridays at 11 p.m. for the winning numbers. We also recap winning numbers right here on Ontario Lottery Live. With the holiday season just around the corner, here are the operating hours for retailers of online games. Terminals will close at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, December 24th. On Christmas Day, December 25th, terminals at all retailers will be closed. Then on Boxing Day, December 26th, sales will reopen at 12 noon. New Year's Eve, online sales will close at 6 p.m. and on New Year's Day, sales reopen at 12 noon. And now for the answer to our trivia question. Since it was established in 1975, the Ontario Lottery Corporation has generated more than $3.5 billion for the province of Ontario. Beneficiaries include sports groups, recreational and cultural associations, health researchers, hospitals, senior citizens, and the province-wide charity activities of the Trillium Foundation. And our tip of the week: after purchasing a ticket for an online game, always check it to ensure that the numbers you selected are the numbers your retailer has given you. And that's Lottery Update for this week.